So today we are going to see the 2019 released movie called NE ZHA. Everyone is invited to watch today's movie till the end. Also subscribe us and stay together to watch this kind of movie in the future. So let's go to the today movie. A long time ago, using the energy of the earth and heaven, a very dangerous pearl is born. Taking nourishment from the sun and the moon, its power grows at an unceasing pace. This is a mixed energy. Therefore, this pearl cannot think the difference between good and bad. So to stop this chaos, a god in heaven sends his disciples Tai and Shin here. However, the pearl is so strong that no matter how much these two attack it, it won't work. But in the end, the main god of heaven can stop the pearl. He uses his magic power to split this pearl into a spirit pearl and a demon pearl. God gives this spirit pearl and demon pearl to Tai for protection. And another secret task is given to him. This makes Shane very jealous. He thinks that God doesn't trust him because he was a monster. Because of this, he decides to make a conspiracy against them. Tai arrives on Earth as God told him to and finds Jin and his wife. We see that God has chosen Jin. So he wants to give the spirit pearl to his son. Jin's wife, Lady Jane, has been pregnant for 3 years. On the day when the son NE ZHA is going to be born, everyone in the village comes to celebrate this. After the time passes, Tai thinks that it is the perfect time. So he prepares to implant that pearl into NE ZHA's body. However, Shin uses a spell to control the mind of a domestic servant to steal the spirit pearl. The demon pearl that he gave to destroy is what is implanted in that son's body. With the completion of the entire process, a red light starts spreading throughout the house. We can see that everyone is too late now. Lady Jane gives birth to a large meatball. The meatball comes with flames and transforms into a child. NE ZHA destroys everything in sight. At this point, Tai is able to use his power to seal NE ZHA before he can wreak havoc. Tai wants to kill this boy. But Lady Jane quickly comes and hugs and protects NE ZHA. Amid the mother's warmth and love, the son's inner devil is subdued. Even though Tai decides not to kill NE ZHA, the god of heaven has already placed a curse on the demon pearl. It means that NE ZHA will only live for 3 more years. To save his son, Jin and Tai goes to meet the main god of heaven. Anyway, when they go there, they find out that God has left that world. He has gone to another dimension and will not return for years. Because of this, Jin can only be with his son as long as possible. 1 day in heaven is 1 year on earth. NE ZHA has grown a lot during their time in heaven. Anyway, all the people in town are afraid of little NE ZHA. Because of this, Lady Jane has to keep him under house arrest. When NE ZHA sneaks out one day when his mother is not at home, the people who see him start running. But some brave people call NE ZHA a devil. NE ZHA listens to what people say with anger and pain. When they try to attack them, luckily, Tai arrives just in time so it doesn't become a problem. After that, Tai takes NE ZHA to another world with a treasure. He teaches about a disguise spell. Then he decides to let it practice and sleep a little. When he gets up, he sees that NE ZHA mastered the spell that took 6 months in 1 day. And NE ZHA uses the spell to deceive him very well. Tai realizes that NE ZHA is a very talented boy. So he decides to accept NE ZHA as his apprentice and teach him magic to ward off demons and help others. After learning that Tai wants to help others, NE ZHA rejects his offer. NE ZHA is really a good-hearted boy. But the people of the town treat him like a devil. From the day he was born, people treated him badly. Because he has her demon pearl. NE ZHA, who is very disappointed, wants to be a hero. So because of this, Jin has lied to him that the reason why people are so afraid is actually because of her spirit pearl. And he says that one day you will be the protector of people. NE ZHA fully believes this story and decides to gain people's trust and practice magic. After 2 years we are shown that NE ZHA has become very talented. He has fulfilled Tai's expectations. But his devilish qualities have not been removed yet. Therefore, if he continues to have these evil qualities, he will definitely harass the common people. So Jin decides to let NE ZHA stay in this place longer. But NE ZHA does not listen to Jin and runs away from here. After that, we are shown a water monster who is tired of eating seafood and comes to land to find food. But unfortunately for him, he goes to NE ZHA. As soon as he sees it, he realizes that he cannot win by fighting NE ZHA. So because of this, the devil takes a little girl and runs away from here. NE ZHA wants to do a good deed. So because of this, he starts chasing the devil. NE ZHA is worried when he sees the devil fleeing into the sea. But suddenly this ocean becomes icy. A man in a white dress walks in here. He becomes very powerful and soon saves the girl. Just as he is about to end the devil's life, NE ZHA stops him. NE ZHA does not want anyone else to interfere in his fight. So that's why he fights with this man. Then he can remove his mask. When the cover is removed, it can be seen that there is a dragon insignia on his head. But NE ZHA, who is in a fighting mood, doesn't see that. All of a sudden, that demon sends bubbles floating in the air. If they touch these bubbles, their bodies will turn to stone. Before the devil does this and runs away, the man runs very fast to the devil. Even if you go and attack him, that devil's spit can turn people into stones. So because of this, the child and this man become stone. At this time, NE ZHA comes up with a very good idea. He decides to attack the demon using the stone man as a weapon. After accepting the defeat, the devil gives medicine that can make people normal. After rescuing these two, both give thanks. Thanks to them, NE ZHA realizes that his heart is sensitive. They play at sunset. This was the first time in his life that he had a friend. So he sheds tears of joy. Before leaving, the man decides to give a conch shell. He says that NE ZHA rings this, I will definitely come to him. Anyway, his happy time is not long. All the people come to the beach with weapons. To them, NE ZHA is just a devil. People call him the devil. This makes him very angry. This is why he decides to attack everyone. Just as he is about to kill a man here, Tai and his parents come here and stop him. When Jean touches his hands, he realizes that he still has the devil's slime on his hands. Therefore, he believes that his son is not lying. But others don't trust NE ZHA. Then it is shown that the man is in his house in the deep sea. He is the Dragon King's son Ibn. Ibn tells his father about his friend. But when he hears what his father says, Ibn is very disappointed. Dragon King has decided to work together with Shin to free all the dragons and change their fate as monsters. These two have stolen the Spirit Pearl. Ibn is the reincarnation of Spirit Pearl. Then on the other hand, NE ZHA knows very well that his birthday is approaching. Her parents promise to throw a very big party. NE ZHA doesn't think about others, but Ibn is his only friend, so he believes that Ibn will come to the party. NE ZHA decides to come to the sea and talk to Ibn. Even though he comes here as soon as the conch shell rings, NE ZHA realizes that Ibn is in big trouble. He is really confused about the mission given by Dragon King. His task was to kill NE ZHA on his birthday and thereby gain the trust of the people. That is the only hope to get the freedom of the dragons. Ibn has to agree to this, albeit reluctantly. NE ZHA is very happy on her birthday. Shane comes here and says that he is not the protector of people at all. After learning this true story, NE ZHA questions her father very angrily during the party. He asks why he lied. And he broke the seal using a spell given by Shin. Without the seal, he becomes a complete demon. He even tries to kill his father. Only that seal can stop him. But it was taken by Shin. He is watching this battle with Ibn from a distant mountain. Having a kind heart, Ibn cannot bear to see innocent people die. So because of that, he comes here with that seal from Shin to seal NE ZHA again and save the people. After the seal, NE ZHA regained consciousness but is very angry that he was deceived. That's why he decides to leave here. At the same time, Jean feels a special smell coming from Ibn. Because of that, when he takes off Ibn's cover, he sees the logo on Ibn's head. After a few seconds, everything becomes clear to them. They realize that the dragons and Shin turned NE ZHA into a demon. With everyone starting to hate Ibn and Shin's insistence, Ibn can't take it anymore. Because of that, he angrily brought the sea water to the sky of the city and threw stones. He is trying to bury all the people outside of Panna. Jean and his wife try to stop him, but they are not strong enough. At the same time, we see that NE ZHA, who saw this, is coming here. We see that the burning chariot has told him the truth. After Jean and Tai go to heaven, the guard says that the curse cannot be stopped at all. But one person who loves him can exchange death with NE ZHA. Because of this, Father has decided to exchange NE ZHA's death with him. He wants to see his son live. After learning these details, NE ZHA has come here. Now he is fighting for his parents and people. But NE ZHA's full power is locked by the seal. That's why Ibn attacks easily. There, he decides to attack Ibn wisely. But then Ibn becomes a big dragon and goes to break the frozen ice. NE ZHA's strength is not enough to stop this. So he finally decides to eliminate the seal. As the ice slowly approaches the city, NE ZHA tries to stop it. He fought against an unfair fate all his life, so only he can take decisions in his life. Once he truly understands who he is, his strength increases completely. As he lifts this iceberg with full strength, 6 more hands grow behind him. The ice evaporates due to the fire coming out of his body. Ibn realizes that his time is up. So he decides to leave here. After saving the city from the ice, NE ZHA comes to destroy Ibn. Ibn is NE ZHA's only friend, so he doesn't want to kill him. At this moment the sky started to make noise. This is because of the beginning of the curse placed by God in heaven. NE ZHA cannot survive past his third birthday. He finally accepts his fate. So they decide to say goodbye to their parents. At the same time, NE ZHA flies into the sky with lightning. While traveling at that moment, Ibn decides to come to the middle of this lightning and join forces with NE ZHA to fight against this. At this point, Ibn is no longer the son of the Dragon King or the leader of the mission to liberate the dragons. He is now NE ZHA's only friend. Although the energy coming out of their body is small, they fight with lightning very bravely. After a while, they get caught in this lightning. At this very moment, Tai is summoning that colorful lotus flower here. As he quickly sends this lotus path towards the lightning, the sky and the earth are suddenly covered with endless white color due to the collision of that big lightning and the lotus flower. At the end of the movie, we see NE ZHA's and Ibn's souls inside the lotus again. The people of the city realize that the way they understood about NE ZHA was wrong. People understand everything and kneel down and thank NE ZHA for everything he has done for them.